Hello and welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network. I'm your host, Jaeden Smith, and this is my very special guest, Collin Samansky. So, tell us, what led you here to Solano College?
So, it led me here, right off the bat in high school, I knew I didn't want to go to a 4-year. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Genuinely, all my friends knew they wanted to be doctors, they wanted to be engineers, they wanted to do this, that. I had no clue. So, but I knew I wanted to go community, try to figure that stuff out. But it kind of sucked because class of 2020, off the bat, everything's online. I didn't get a real feel for the college experience. So it was kind of a drawback, but I was like thinking, hey, at least I didn't spend thousands of dollars on a 4-year just to sit at home doing the same classes when I'm doing them for free.
That's good though. Yeah. And tell us your experience, like what's your favorite class, what's your favorite subject right now?
So I came here wanting to be a business major. I was thinking, business, that makes you money. But off the bat, again, online classes, hated every moment of the business class. Not the professor's fault, just wasn't for me.
Right.
Then I switched to, I like math in high school, so I switched over to more engineer-based subjects, STEM classes and such. I was doing that the whole time online. Took me till I got back on campus that I realized this ain't for me. I hated every second of it. I enjoy the math. I'm pretty decent at it, but it's not something I see myself doing in the future.
Exactly.
It wasn't till I took Greg Poff's class, intro communications, that I was like, this seems like something for me. Okay. I really think this can be something. So that's why I'm here today. That's why I want to be in this class. Exactly. I want to work on my communications.
So I know you're in sports broadcasting.
Yes,
and what led you to choose this class?
Greg Poff actually, because I'm doing the intro public speaking classes, doing these speeches, and he's one of the few teachers I've had that's okay with students talking about sports, not just like being athletes, but like talking about sports like NFL, NBA, MLB, all that. And he mentioned to me that there's a sports broadcasting class here. I was like, what the heck? That sounds insane. And I'm like, well, it's not really like just like the ESPN guys covering the game. He's like, no, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I got to give this a try.
Okay.
So that's what led me here. And I'm really happy that I found this so far. And it's been a blast.
That's great. And what's your involvement in the class? Are you behind the cameras? Are you in front of the camera? So what's your involvement?
So right now, you and me both, we're new. We're trying to figure out. I want to learn the stuff behind the scenes as much as I can at first. And I don't know much about baseball. I don't enjoy it enough to be calling the game. But I'll sit down and watch it. I'll get the camera going for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough to call it. But I'm hoping that by next semester I'm comfortable enough to be calling the high school football games, because I played football since I was 10 years old till my senior year of high school.
Okay.
Big part of my life. I was love watching football, even if it's not my team, the Raiders. I'm a big fan just watching. So I feel like I know enough that I can commentate, but we'll see how that goes.
Speaking of football, you said you played in high school.
Yep.
What do you think you can bring most from that high school experience of playing football here to the sports broadcasting class?
It's funny you say that, because one thing one of my coaches always said is you can't do someone else's job. You have to do your job first. And I think that's really what it is. I try to do that even at like my own work and schoolwork, group projects or whatever. You have to do your job, and if everyone does their particular job, then we succeed. Right. Then we're all going to do well. You got to do it to the best of your abilities. And like 2 weeks ago, I didn't even know jack about how to do the camera, the TriCaster, any of that stuff. But now I'm not an expert, but I'm knowing a little bit more as I go, and just improving on all these jobs that I can do really feels like I'm growing, I'm learning with all this. So
Exactly.
I think that's what I can bring to it.
So do you see maybe a future in sports broadcasting? Maybe it can translate to another job, hopefully, after this?
I don't know. It could. It'd be great if it could. That's like almost any guy who likes sports but doesn't want to play. That's like almost everyone's dream, to be Stephen A. Smith, all those guys on ESPN, the Tony Romo and those guys calling the games.
I mean, that's why we're here right now.
Exactly. So, I would love that. as of now, but we'll see what the future holds for me. It could change, because before I wanted to be in engineering. Hated every second of that. So far, I'm loving this. Loving it. But we'll see how it goes from here on, yeah.
Okay, so what do you think you bring best to the table of sports broadcasting?
I think I can bring a different opinion, a different side of how to see things, because I've been told I have a different perspective on things. So hopefully I can bring like a new vision to the broadcasting, maybe try to not change things, but like maybe try to improve on it if there's need for improvement.
Okay, that's great.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for tuning in on the Solano College Sports Network. I'm your host, Jaeden Smith, and this is my very special guest, Collin Samansky, and thank you for tuning in.
Zay Randall, thanks for watching Solano College Sports Network.